Good morning, everyone. Today I am going to explain the concept of linked list. Which are a fundamental part of data structure in computer science. Understanding this linked list concept will help you to grasp how dynamic data management can be done or how dynamic data management works in various real-time applications. A linked list. What is linked list? A linked list is a linear data structure where the elements can be accessed continuously or sequentially. And here we call each element as a node. They are stored in a sequence. Each node will contain a each node in a linked list will contain a two portions, which one is your data and another one is pointer or reference. So data means the value or the data that can be held by the node, which we call that is data. Data means it's a value that is held by the node. Pointer or reference means it's a reference to the next node. That means it denotes the address of next node which is present in the sequence. So this linked list data structure allows for efficient insertion and deletions, making linked list a flexible way to manage the dynamic data. So here the data means, for example, data means we can store the required information. That means the data can be of any data type, that is integer, float or double. So reference means it's a pointer, it's a type pointer which will denote the address of next node. So this is the basic structure of a linked list. So for implementing a linked list, we can go for structure concept. So by using structure, we can create a structure called node. So inside that we can create a data and a pointer and a next pointer. So that pointer will denote the address of the next data. So here by using linked list we can store two different type of, that is it can support the heterogeneous data. So there are type of before that I will tell about the components of a linked list. So components is three components: node, head and tail. Node, it's a basic unit of linked list which contain the data and a pointer to the next node. Next is the head. Head means the first node in a linked list, we call it as head. It is used as a starting point to traverse the entire list. And third component is the tail. So tail means the last node in a linked list, we call it as tail. In some implementation, it may point to null or may form a loop. So always the pointer of the last node will be null, right? Because pointer will address the pointer date field clear, that will denotes the address of next data. So if it is a last data, there will be no data after the last element. So the next node or the next pointer or the reference field of a last node will always be a null. So there are various type of linked list available, which are simple or singly linked list, doubly linked list and circular linked list. Singly linked list means each node points to the next node in a sequence. So can only be traversed on a single direction. So singly linked list means only we will be having only two field as usual. A linked list, a data field and a reference field. Reference field will denote the data at the next position, so we can able to traverse only in a forward direction. Next is the doubly linked list. So doubly linked list means here each node will have two pointers, which is the forward pointer and a backward pointer. Forward pointer and backward pointer. So one denotes the address of next node and one will denote the address of previous node. So in doubly linked list, it allows traversal in both forward and backward direction. And the third type is the circular linked list. That means here the last node of it's again there are two types of circular linked list, singly circular and doubly circular. So circular linked list means the last node will point back to the first node, forming a loop or forming a cycle. So that we call it as singly that means circular singly linked list. Circular doubly linked list means it has the features of both doubly linked list as well as the circular linked list. So these are the types of linked list. So just you try to find out what are all the advantages of linked list and what are all the disadvantages of using this linked list. Okay, so I think we can advantages that we can use dynamic size. There will be an efficient insertion and deletion, flexible memory management. But the disadvantage means it's overhead for memory, and the complexity, implementation and maintenance complex will be complex when compared to arrays. Okay, I hope you understand the linked list. What is linked list and what are the types of linked list? So detailed discussion of each type of linked list will be on next sessions. Thank you.